In this video, we're going to be showing you one of the best low risk, high reward XG football trading strategies to use at the moment, and that is to lay winning teams. Now, previously, this was one of the hardest strategies to execute profitably, and it did make many newbie football traders very nervous. But combining this strategy with XG, it makes it work like a charm. And we're going to be showing you how to do it alongside tons of real life examples, all recorded on the Betfair exchange. So go grab a nice cold beer or a shot of tequila and let's get into it. Now, many don't realize this when it comes to XG. Expected goals is not just for knowing when to expect goals. We can also use it to gauge the in-play performance of both the teams. And this is where it becomes even more powerful. Now, if a team is winning and outperforming their XG, then we can, as football traders, go against them, anticipating a correction in the actual goals, okay? Not just the expected goals, but the actual goals. Because very often in football, you could get a team that is winning, they're 1-0 up, but are they deserved of that lead, or are they 1-0 up by a bit of luck? If they're 1-0 up by a bit of luck, then I will definitely be happy to oppose them as a football trader. And for those that are quite new to the channel, let me just quickly explain how we would do that. We would lay that winning team, okay? We would be laying that winning team, and we were waiting for an equalizer, and we'll be profiting from the odds movement that the equalizer is going to cause. Okay, so we're going to be laying a team, and preferably, as you're going to see in the video today, laying teams that are odds on, so they're quite a low price, and after that equalizer goes in, they're going to shoot out to a very high price. Okay, and we're going to lock in the profit as a result. Now, here's the thing. Doing this sort of football trading, it used to be a bit of a superpower. It used to be a bit of a hard skill to develop, and the old way of spotting these great opportunities of finding teams that are winning but not looking likely to hold on to that lead, the old way involved definitely watching the live pictures and also being an expert match reader. So you'd have to watch a live match, and you can probably only concentrate on 1 or 2 live matches at once, and you'd still need to be a bit of an expert match reader because it's not always obvious when a team is struggling to hold on to a lead. Sometimes there's other little clues that you need to look for in the actual match. It takes a lot of years of experience of also just following football in general to build up the skill to be able to spot those opportunities. Well, that was the old way, okay? The new way is vastly different, and the new way just involves a quick glance at the live XG data. I've been in this game for decades, and I can only wish that this sort of thing was around when I first started out, because it makes it a hell of a lot easier for anyone to get involved in football trading now. You don't really need to be an expert on the sport of football. You can just pretty much go by the numbers. But anyway, we're going to dive into a nice little batch of real life trading demonstrations. These are all recorded on the Betfair exchange. You're going to see how we're using the XG to spot the opportunities, how we're actually performing the trades, the type of things we're looking for, the type of prices we're going against, etc., etc. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the real life demonstrations. But before we do that, I would really love it if you could click the like button to support the channel. If this is the type of content you like, clicking the like button would actually be beneficial for you, because then you'll get more suggested to you by the algorithm. Okay, anyway, go grab another nice cold beer and let's get into it. We're in the late stages of this match from Poland, and it's getting interesting. You can see the away team is winning 1-0. However, when we plug in those XG numbers, I mean, the current projected match result is a draw. I mean, the correct score's saying that really the home team should be winning. So anyway, and team goals overdue is 1 goal to that home team. So there's a lot of indication that this away team probably shouldn't be winning this. So we are going to take them on, okay? They've got a price there of 1.42. So we're going to lay them. And if we lay them at 1.42, using a £100 stake, it's £42 of risk and gives us £100 of profit potential, okay? But as we know, this price is going to tick down as the match progresses into the late stages. So we can put in another lay at the lower prices as well. Just waiting for all of this to get matched. That would be nice. Okay, all of that is matched. So we can put in another late, and let's put it in at a lower price and see if that can get matched as well. Okay, looking for that equalising goal from the home team, and it will shoot those odds up higher, and we can lock in profits at that particular point. Okay, so we're going to let that run, and let's see what happens. 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can get the goal we're looking for to that home team. We're expecting it. 82 minutes on the clock. We've had a goal, and it's gone the way that we were expecting. Okay, so remember, we were expecting a goal to Stal Mielek, if we can even pronounce that. But anyway, yeah, we've got it, and we've leveled it. Now, remember, I did have another lay in, but remember, we went in 1.42, and I put in another lay at 1.21, and it went as low as 1.24. So we were seconds away, maybe, from getting matched there. Anyway, that price has gone up on the away team. Not even going to try and pronounce that name, and it's just a case of locking in the profit. Okay, we're not really going too overboard with the actual strategies and all the demonstrations that you're seeing today. It is more about how we're spotting the opportunities. Okay, in this case, we decided to lay the away team. There are other opportunities, like such as backing the draw, and that was up to a pretty nice price, wasn't it? So you could have backed it as high as 5.7, and also just getting involved on the goal markets. Okay, but anyway, as said, it's not about the strategies themselves, it's just showing us how we're spotting opportunity. And we went in very late in the day to lay a team that is winning around 1.42, and we've got that goal, and we were expecting it. Okay, we weren't hoping for it, we were expecting it. So anyway, we're out with a profit. Very simple trade. So we got a match from Poland that we're taking a look at here. Warta Poznan against Zagłębie, and you can have a look at the data there. And we can also see that with Warta Poznan, the home team winning, they are heavily odds on here at 1.62, as you would expect. Okay, however, plugging in the numbers on this one suggests that probably the current projected match result is a draw. Okay, so the way this match is developing, these teams are pretty even. We can also look closely at the XG correct score and see that the away team, they're currently at 0.91, very, very close to expecting a goal in favour of that away team. Okay, so another 9% will be expecting a goal for them. So we can get involved now, laying this this home team, Warta Poznan, if that's how you pronounce it anyway. And we're going to lay them here at 1.64, okay? And then we're just going to see how it goes. Ideally, we want an equaliser from Zagłębie. But, of course, we can see how the XG develops in the second half and make our decisions based on that. Let's see what happens. It's 1-0 to the home team at half-time. 57 minutes. We didn't have to wait very long at all. We've got the equaliser that we were expecting, literally, okay? So, actually, hold on. Let me lock in the profit just to get that done. I was going to move ahead and show you the chart, but anyway, let's try and bring that chart back up. So as we saw with Poznan, Warta Poznan anyway, 1.56 was as low as they went. They're out to 4.4 as it currently stands. And at the end of the day, I mean, look, they're a home team in front. Not many people like to take on home teams that are winning. However, we had good indication for it, and I've got the updated XG numbers here, and let's just show you how that translates. And, well, we've got to correct the score. So the correct score is now 1-1. So you can see the team goals overdue. That is now back to no goals are overdue. Current projected match result is a draw, and the match is a draw. So it's corrected itself. And that's pretty much what we're looking for. Okay, the XG gave us the indication that although the scoreline was 1-0 to the home team, really, it probably should be at least a draw. And if we've got faith in the XG, it's going to correct itself. And as football traders, that is why this is so beautiful for football trading, is that we can go against Poznan, we can get that equaliser, we can lock in a profit. Now, anything could happen in this match, okay? It could go in any sort of direction, and the XG could finish on all sorts of different numbers. Doesn't really matter because we've already locked in a profit. And for the risk-reward ratio, we're pretty much pretty much returned pretty much 100% on our risk, wasn't it? So very nice trade and out very early as well. Poznan 1, Zaglabi 1. And as you've seen from these two examples so far, we are laying teams that are winning the match, and they're also an odds-on favourite to win the match. And that obviously drastically improves the risk-reward ratio of each trade. And that's something I want you to pay good attention to with every trade that we're getting involved in. The two trades you've just seen already, we've already produced more than 100% return on the actual risk, which means that you can afford a few losers. You can afford to get this wrong frequently, knowing that one winning trade could easily make back those losses. And just generally laying odds on favourites is not something your average newbie football trader is going to be doing. You could have matches where a team like, say, Manchester City, they fall behind to a team like Crystal Palace. Well, it's not rocket science to lay Crystal Palace expecting Man City are going to get back into it. However, Crystal Palace are not going to be odds on if they're taking the lead over someone like Man City. So these examples being thrown up by the XG are much harder to come across. And like I said, normally you would have to be watching the match live to be finding these opportunities. So that's something I want you to be paying attention to in this video. We're not laying wild prices. You don't have to lay the wild prices if you don't want to. You can lay odds on favourites, and this will drastically improve your risk reward ratio. Anyway, we're going to dive into another example now, and this example is particularly crazy, and you might enjoy this, and some of you might remember this match. It was very recently at the time of putting out this video. So let's get into that now. But as said, if you're liking what you see, I would really love it if you could click the like button to support the channel. We're almost about halfway through this video right now, so hopefully you are enjoying it. Remember, we upload these videos for you for free. All you got to do in return is click the like button if you want us to keep making them. Okay, let's dive into it. This is a definite crazy example. Let's go. Just looking at this match from the Premier League, we've got Chelsea and Man United. Chelsea were 2-0 up. However, Man United have turned this around, currently leading 3-2, and you can have a quick look at the XG data there. Now, Man United just took the lead. We've gone in to lay them here at 1.64. So we're going against Man United winning this. And the big question is why? Well, let me show you here. The XG is indicating that really, based on everything, there should be a home win. There should be a win to Chelsea. So it's telling us that Man United are leading, but it's leading with a bit of luck. So anyway, team goals overdue. That's also looking good for us. One goal is overdue to Chelsea. That's all we need to get into a profitable situation. So we'll be laying Man United here, looking for that goal to Chelsea to level it, and then we're looking to just get out at that particular point, okay, or reassess at that particular point. Anyway, 20 minutes left. Let's see what happens. Chelsea 2, Man United 3. So we're getting quite late in this. The XG is still saying home win to Chelsea. That's probably not going to materialise, but well, if they're not going to get a home win, they should at least be looking at a draw. So look, the odds on Man United have decreased significantly in the meantime, and as we head pretty much into time added on. So we can lay them again here and get matched there at 1.32. Not sure what's happened. It looks like the screen's kind of frozen. Anyway, it looks like I got matched, or did it? Okay, all right. Well, yeah, it did get matched, so I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, yeah, we're heading into time added on. XG is expecting a Chelsea win, and that's not going to happen, so we're just going to try and see if we can get on that draw. Let's see what happens in the time added on. Penalty in the 98th minute, and it has been converted by Chelsea, as we can see here, and that was what we were expecting. Okay, so anyway, let's exit this out. Let's just get this locked in case United go up the other end and nick it. But that is pretty much what we were expecting here. So what's happened there? Is it frozen again? Is it frozen again on us? Okay, not sure what is going on. Not sure what is going on today. Let's press it again and just try and get this locked in as we're in the 100th minute. And trying to press that cash out again. That's no good. So anyway, that's not working. So might just have to do this manually and put in a bet on Man United. We're just looking to cover the Chelsea going up the other end. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Chelsea have turned it around. Chelsea have turned this around. Wow. So, I mean, the XG has done what we were expecting it to do. I mean, remember, I did say that I did not expect Chelsea to pull off the home win, but they have. And maybe that was why we couldn't exit out the market. So no reason to cash anything out now. We're just going to leave this, and I think that might even be the final whistle. So that was a pretty crazy end there. I'm not sure what is going on with the Betfair market, but we've got the job done. Okay, we've got the job done, and you kind of see why I like to try and cash out immediately after the goal, just in case there is another goal after it, which could spin it the other way. That could have been Man United going up the other end. However, we were kind of expecting that Chelsea win. Let's take a look at the price on Chelsea and see how high that they went. They were matched as high as 1,000. Okay, so somebody possibly had 1,000 to 1 winner there on this one. But you can see here on the right hand side, lots of money matched at high prices on Chelsea. Maybe they were following the XG as well. Who knows? But yes, absolutely crazy stuff. Chelsea have turned this around in that 100th minute, and it's Chelsea 4, Man United 3. So that was a particularly crazy match, and the XG just doesn't lie, does it? But anyway, that particular trade was a pretty good example of why it is better to lay the winning team rather than back the draw. That is a question that we often get sent into us. Wouldn't it be better just to back the draw at the higher price and then trade it out once the equalizer arrives, because the draw is going to be a much lower price? Now, it can be, that can work. However, scenarios like we've just seen could crop up, and if we had backed the draw in that particular match, well, on the Chelsea winning goal, we would have been caught short. Anyway, look, believe it or not, we've still got more trades coming up, and possibly some just as crazy as that. But it really is amazing just how accurate the XG is, and it does feel like it's some sort of cheat code for football trading. And a game that used to feel like it was on the highest difficulty for many of us is suddenly much easier. Okay, now, as said, if you are liking the look of using XG data alongside your football trading, you want to learn more about it, you can download this free ebook on the screen called the XG Football Trading Prospectus. It will detail all you need to know about how to go further with using XG for your in-play trading. Okay, so if you want to get this sent to you, you can click the link in the description of this video. If you're watching on a big screen, you can scan that QR code or just open up your browser and go to xgfootballtrading.com. Okay, scan that QR code or go to xgfootballtrading.com. You're going to learn why live XG data is changing the game for football traders and how you can take advantage of this. The main elements of interpreting XG data to find those profitable trades. Okay, because it isn't just as simple as looking at the numbers. Oh, who's got the highest number? All right, let's go for that. It definitely isn't. That's where most people go wrong with it. And how you can just get started with implementing XG into your football trading. You'll instantly upgrade your skill set. And once you start to use XG with your football trading, there is no going back. There really isn't. Okay, so as said, you can click the link in the description of this video, scan that QR code, or just go to xgfootballtrading.com. Okay, get a copy of that and then check it out. Absolutely free to take a look at. Anyway, let's dive back into it. There's still many more examples to come. Let's get back into it right now. 62 minutes in, it's Stoke 0, West Brom 2. You can have a quick look at the XG data there. Now, we've just gone in and we're laying the team that is 2-0 up. Okay, so we're going against West Brom, even though they're 2-0 up. And main reason for that, if we bring up the XG and just show you how it's translated, is that despite that 2-0 lead for West Brom, we're still expecting a draw. Stoke have done more than enough to be drawing this match at least. They're also overdue a goal, which means if they can get one back shortly, then that could be enough to just move the prices in our favour and lock something in, or let it run, depending how we're feeling. Okay, but anyway, all indications are suggesting we should be going against West Brom in this moment. Stoke 0, West Brom 2. Let's see what happens next. We didn't have to wait long for that at all. Stoke 1, West Brom 2. So that price on West Brom's now shot out to 1.45. You could see that we could lock in £60 right there. We can also skew things. Okay, so what we can do is we can look to back West Brom. And as you can see, this has already moved this price more than enough for us to take a profit out of this. And you might want to do that. Okay, so look, we've put this in a position where now, if it remains this way and West Brom are going to go on and win, then it's £42 of profit. But if we can get the draw or even the Stoke win, then we're going to double that profit. Okay, or more than double the profit, really, up to £100. And that isn't, well, that's just one of the things you can do in football trading. Okay, we could lock it in, but we could also try and hang in there for a bigger profit. Either way, we're not going to lose money on this trade, and that's the important thing. It's just a matter of how much we're going to win. Okay, that's a very nice position to be in, and you saw how we spotted it with the XG. West Brom 2-0 up and not looking worthy of that 2-0 lead. Stoke overdue a goal. They've got that goal. We're in a very nice position now. Okay, it's just a matter of sitting back, relaxing, and seeing what the final result is on this. Now it does say Stoke 2, West Brom 2 up here if you're eagle-eyed, but I assure you they didn't score 2 goals at once. It is just Stoke 1, West Brom 2. So that is a glitch. So just to point that out. So anyway, let's see what happens. Stoke 1, West Brom 2. 75 minutes. It is now Stoke 2, West Brom 2. So you can see we're on the draw, and you can see we are now, well, we've now got a potentially bigger profit to lock in. So anyway, let's just quickly show you. I've updated the XG, and we're going to update the correct score. Now, current projected match result was a draw. Team goals overdue, 1 in favour of Stoke. They managed to get 2. Now, you can see that goes yellow because we're on the draw. There's potentially no opportunities to take from here. Okay, so anyway, we've got it up to, we can potentially lock in now the £90. So we could just do that in case West Brom do nick it late on, and we've now locked in a much bigger profit. But anyway, you saw how that trade played out. It was almost the perfect trading example to show you, in that you saw how we identified it. We're not watching this match, got no idea what's going on the pitch. We can only look at the XG and let that guide us. It did tell us West Brom were overrated for that 2-0 win, and it should be a draw. In this case, Stoke have managed to level it, and we went in with what, £25 of risk, I think it was, and here we are. Okay, 90 locked in. So anyway, we're going to be out of this trade. Stoke 2, West Brom 2. It is 2-2 now. So just taking a look at this match from Norway with Oslo against HamKam. Don't know much about these teams, but I do know the numbers, and that's the XG numbers there, and HamKam are winning. So they're currently 1.62 to back, 1.64 to lay, and we just got to decide, do we want to go against HamKam? They're an underdog, they're winning this match. Generally, as football traders, we do like to go against underdogs, but we want to get some sort of data-driven conclusion to help us with that decision. And looking at the numbers on this one, current projected match result is a draw. That is despite HamKam winning. Team goals overdue is 1 in favour of that home team. So that's looking pretty good for us, that the projected match result, despite a team winning, is still a draw based on the XG. And that home team has done more than enough to have at least scored 1 in this match so far. They haven't scored it yet, which could be the opportunity that we're looking for. Okay, so going to get involved, and we're going to lay HamKam, and we are going to look for that overdue goal to arrive. Okay, we're going to look for the correction to happen, and that's the opportunity with XG, is that the data has shown us that this probably should be a draw despite HamKam winning, and also that Oslo should have done, well, they have done more than enough to be on the score sheet. They haven't got on the score sheet yet, but XG, very reliable, often corrects itself, which means they should be getting on that score sheet in the second half, and hopefully at that point then we can take a profit. Anyway, let's see what happens in the second half. So we're in the 76th minute on this one. It's still 1-0 to that away team. we can see the XG numbers have updated, and let me just show you how that reflects. So we're still overdue that goal to the home team, but we're overdue a goal overall, and projected match result is still a draw. Now obviously we're still involved. Lay in HamKam, that's still there. Another option is we could lay them further at lower odds, so you could do something like this and kind of go all in. But with a goal overdue to the match, then what we can do is we can back over 1.5 goals. Okay, we are expecting at least another goal in this one, so let's get that in. And what that will do for us, as you can see here, is look, if we get that goal and to anyone, we are going to make 64 profit. Ideally, if it goes to the home team like we are expecting, then we're obviously going to be able to lock in a profit on the match odds, and it's going to conjoin with the profit on the goal markets. If it is HamKam who score, well, then we should just be in a break-even situation. So anyway, let's see what happens. We're expecting a goal. Ideally, it can go to Oslo, but at this point, we don't mind who scores. Let's see what happens in the final stages. We just hit the 90th minute, and we have had a goal, as you can see. And that is good news for us, as you can see, because we're going to take that £70 of profit. The next question to ask is, who has that goal gone to? Let's take a look. And here we are on the match odds market. It is the equaliser that we were expecting for a very long time, as you know. Anyway, we got there in the end, and we're just going to get this fully locked in. And yeah, we could just try and even that out. So obviously it's going to be around £81 profit locked in, plus the 70 on the other market. So we've ended up with £150 plus of profit. Okay, so that goal came very, very late. We can also take a look at HamKam to see how low their price went. They went as low as 1.13. Okay, so yeah, never in doubt. You saw that we did have that opportunity, or that thought late on, to possibly lay them again at lower odds. Decided to go for the goal market, and well, in the end we got that profit. Okay, so very nicely done. It just shows that sometimes you might have to wait, but we got there in the end. Okay, out with a profit in Norway. It's 1-1. We're taking a look at this match from Japan, where the away team are currently leading at half time. As you can see here, you can see the XG data. You can also see that, look, the home teams had 9 goal attempts, none of them on target. Usually that would be a bit of a red flag. However, the XG gives us that little bit more detail, which shows us that, anyway, based on the action, really this match should be a draw. These teams should be level. So you can weigh it up and obviously look at the prices at the same time. A price of 1.4 to lay on Urara is pretty low. So yeah, no reason not to get involved, and we can keep an eye on the XG, okay, and we can see how it develops during the second half. If Tokyo's XG starts to improve, we can lay Urara even more, okay. If Urara start to push ahead on their XG, you could even exit out, okay. So anyway, we're going to tentatively lay this away team here at 1.4, which means we're looking for an equaliser from Tokyo. We're expecting this match to be a draw at the moment. Anyway, let's see what happens. 0-1 at half time. 49 minutes on the clock. We had a very, very quick answer to that. FC Tokyo have equalised 4 minutes into the second half. That price on Urara has shot up to 2.66, and so we'll just press that cash out button. We'll get it all locked in. Remember, it was a £40 risk in the market, and we've locked in £48, so it's an over 100% return. Okay, that's a very nice risk reward ratio when you're laying winning teams like this at these sorts of prices. Okay, so anyway, as you saw how that played out, you saw the reasoning for getting involved. The XG indicated this match should probably be a draw, at least at that particular point that we looked at. Okay, remember, the XG can still change later on, but there was enough in there for us to anticipate a correction. We got in, lay in the away team, and we got the correction very, very quickly as well. Okay, I do love it when we get those trades done without the stress. So anyway, yeah, we're out with a profit. It's 47 locked in, so yes, definitely much more than 100% return. FC Tokyo 1, Urara 1. And probably the best part about laying winning teams when they are odds on, like we're showing you in the examples today, is that there's no high strike rate required for it. Okay, you could probably lose most of your trades and still end up profitable. Okay, you could probably lose most of your trades and still end up profitable. And if that's hard for you to understand, then maybe this game is not for you. But just looking at that example in that last trade from the J League, I mean, it's £40 risk in the market. We got that equalizer very quickly. We locked in 47. If that equalizer arrives later in the match, especially in the last minute, you could be locking in the full 100%. But our worst case scenario was the £40 loss. Okay, so this approach is pretty much the definition of low risk, high reward. Okay, we're never going to be digging ourselves into complicated situations and potentially risking our whole bank like some of the things I've seen out there. So anyway, look, it's definitely an interesting approach to check out. And if you do want to learn more about using XG alongside your football trading and you haven't done it already, there is that free ebook to check out. Click the link in the description to grab it. You're going to learn why and how live XG data is changing the game for football traders and potentially for you. If you are someone who has struggled with football trading down the years, well, this is an absolute no-brainer of a thing to take a look at. So as said, you can click the link in the description of this video. You can go to xgfootballtrading.com on your phone, or you can just scan that QR code, put in your email address, and we will send that ebook right to you. Okay. Now, if you want to see more, there should be a video that is appearing on the screen right about now, and I strongly advise watching that next. Go grab another nice cold beer, and I will see you in the next video.